Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for May the 2nd to May the 8th. Standard reading, going to use the True Black deck and a Celtic Cross. We'll get some clarification if we need it with these cards here. These have already been shuffled, they were very noisy, but we're ready to go. Before I do start though, please do subscribe. Really helps the channel. I've gone from 3 subscribers to 40. Which doesn't sound much, and it's not, but it's great. I mean, it's a huge increase from 3, so I really appreciate that. The other thing is, if you like the video, can you hit the like button? The analytics means that it gets pushed out to other people, so like-minded Pisceans can read it, and people who are into the tarot or True Black deck or even the way I read tarot, so it just pushes the message out. I really do appreciate it. I mean, I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it, but if we could grow the channel at the same time, that would be great. Anyway, let's jump in. So, what have we got next week? Oh, what a start. Should we leave it there, Pisces? That is a great start. Ace of Pentacles. You're on top of a mountain. This ace is all about, you know, the physicality, creating something. It's about doing the hard work. So it doesn't mean creating something like being a potter or a carpenter, but it is about, you know, if you were going to, I don't know, if you're going to do a job that didn't require some kind of physical stuff, so maybe a lawyer or something, it's about setting up your own business, and it's going through that process, but it's about the nitty-gritty, the reality of that process, you know, renting office space, getting the signage done, hiring people, you know, the doing part of it. But it's very rewarding, and you can see the benefit, you know, all the reward is hanging up there. Great card, great start to the week. And straight on top of the ace we have the 2. So 2 of Pentacles. Money's very well favoured this week. This has got a ferret kind of balancing on these 3 stones, you know, and it's about, you're doing a great job balancing all this at the moment, so balancing a lot of things going on. It's just saying, just be careful, because it's not sustainable. You know, yeah, you could do it for a day, a week, a month, but it's got to move on eventually. Wow, Ace of Wands, a new start coming in, but with real passion and enthusiasm. That's so gold, this, Pisces. This is amazing. Then he pulls that card. Near future, the very definite end of something. Normally this is a king or certainly a man face down in the ground with 10 swords in his back. It is the end of something next week. Could be a good thing, you know, it could be the end of the way you did business last week wasn't working, now you're doing it a better way, which would tie in with a new start. So yeah, there's the end of something next week, but it's been preceded in the near past with a new start. And by near past, that could be Monday of next week. It doesn't have to be a month ago, a year ago, whatever. Really hoping you can't hear the drilling sound in the background there. I'm having some building work done, but I'll rumble on and see where we get to. This has come up in this position and another one of the readings as well. 8 of Cups, this is about having to move on to something else, but in a really positive way. You know, something doesn't serve you anymore, so you're off on the journey, you're off onto the next level. It's absolutely fine, there's no downside to this, but it is, you know, this poor little octopus is having to go out into the deep dark ocean. There's all these menacing eyes there waiting for it, but you can't stay in the nest forever. You've got to move on, you know. So that's what this talks about, and would tie in lovely with the 2 new starts there. The moon, listen to your subconscious. I mean, this is your subconscious. This is the head of the matter, but the head of the matter is saying, listen to your subconscious. One thing it does talk about, the moon card talks about sort of unlimited potential energy. So whatever energy you need to find, you can tap into next week. It's really good for that, this card. And 10 of Cups, wow. 10 of Cups is the wish card. It's just that. It's normally 10 cups over a rainbow, over a happy family, outside a home with their arms upstretched. Celebration, victory, win, result, resolution. So that 10 there is the end of something. In fact, what's really nice is this wreath down at the bottom here, sorry if you can see that, is made of swords. So it's actually all these little swords that someone's taken and just bent them into this wreath. So they've taken it as one thing and turned it into another. Really good week, Pisces. 2 of Swords coming in. This is, you know, there's some messages there, so be careful you don't lose, you don't forget anything important with this exciting dynamic time. Queen of Wands, she's coming in. This is, she's appeared in 3 or 4 readings as well. She really wants to be out there. You're very attractive at this moment, and you know, you could look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's not, we're not talking a physical attack, a physical look here. We're talking about that real attractive magnetic energy. You know, sometimes you walk in a room and you go, that person over there looks like they're really interesting, and people are just drawn to people like that. Maybe you've got lots of funny stories to tell, maybe you're just very engaging, maybe you can work a room. I don't know what it is, but you're going to turn heads next week. You know, people are going to want to be around this person. And finally, we got the 5 of Cups. This has come up a lot as well. 5 of Cups is just be careful you're not distracted. There's a loud smashing cup here. It's like, everyone pay attention to this, and you're ignoring the fact that you're looking at all these broken cups, and it's a bit, woe is me, you know, if only, if only, if only. But the other cup's still there. Hope still remains. It's a bit like if you were setting out in a new business venture, which is this kind of area here, and the office space you wanted was no longer available. It's like, oh, we're not getting that fantastic office that overlooked the river. That's okay. There's other office spaces, not the only one in the world. Yeah, but the others were dearer and not as pretty. Maybe not, but when you go there, the universe has a plan. The universe didn't want you to go to that one. Or you're in a relationship and it's all a new start, it's all going really, really well. But, you know, they fart in bed. It's like, that's fine, move on, you know. Look at the good stuff, not at the bad stuff. We always look at the bad stuff, you know, bad things happen. You look at the good stuff, even if it's only one thing in 10. Because this is such a positive, exciting reading. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. There you go. Maybe you shouldn't fart in bed. There you go. Could be an attraction, could be a relationship, in which case it's really positive and it's great. What I would say is, if it's a relationship, it can't always be the honeymoon period. There is going to be a time in a relationship where there is going to be some trials and tribulations, and guess what? They're the things that make you stronger. They're the things that make you the better person. So yeah, I think you're going to be all right. I think if it's a relationship, I would listen to your subconscious, you know, but you've got to be careful as well with the moon. She can be a little bit deceptive. You know, moonlight is basically sunlight bouncing off a marble in the sky. So she is the manipulator of deceit if you're not careful. There are lots of good things with the moon, and I think this is showing off the moon's good energy, and I love that unlimited, untapped potential that you're able to get hold of. So that should be really good. Wow, the sun's really coming in now, isn't it? Hope it doesn't detract too much, guys, but it seems to be okay. So yeah, maybe if it was a relationship card, there is a reason that you need to move on. It was the end of something, but it results in something really good and really positive. I mean, this is you just think, you know, this is fantastic. Other people are like, maybe you're rushing into this a little bit, but they are a very attractive person. I'm going to just draw a card for the outcome up at the top there. The Fool. There you go. So rather than listening to that broken glass and going, oh, woe is me, we didn't get the office space we want, or my partner didn't reply fast enough to a text, jump in with both feet with the Fool. That's what the Fool's talking about. Take the adventure, you know, just go for it. And then we'll just clarify the reading itself with these 3. So we have the 9 of Cups, abundance, satisfaction, joyfulness. You know, there's an Arctic fox there that's obviously very desirable for its fur, although we don't go down that route. But it's luxurious, it's precious, it's wanted. Yeah. And then all these things here, all these cups are filled with grapes and wine and jewelry and everything you could possibly want. And there's also a slightly smug look on the fox's face there. Sorry, I just hit the camera. So the fox, you know, I don't mean smug in a bad way, but just, you know, you sat in front of a warm fire with the person you want to be with, living your best life. It's that kind of card. This card is the 8 of Wands, called the Crucible card in this. You know, you're taking a lot of heat here, you know, literally or otherwise. Some people can't take it. There's other people sort of fading away in the background. And it's about having that resilience and strength to survive the test. So if there is a test next week, which could be the 10 of Swords as well, you come through it with flying colours. Yep, and he's turned up a few times as well. The Chariot, major arcana energy. It's all about a victory, but it's a victory of your own making. You're in control. You hold the reins. You hold the whip. You're completely and utterly in control of this situation next week. So you're totally in control. 2 aces for the win. I think it's going to look really, really good next week. It's been quite a short reading, this one, Pisces, but to be honest, after I pulled those first few cards there, you know, this is just so abundant and so good. The only card I was a bit worried about, I've got the Fool on top of. I mean, guys, you know, you can't, you'd struggle to have a better week. There you go. You'd struggle to have a better week than this next week. Have a really, really good one. Would love to find out what those 2 aces are. Love to find out if you had some trials and tribulations that you got through. Yeah, just be careful with the sword energy down here, the Knight of Swords. He is impetuous and dynamic and forthright, and he really goes for it. And it's a lovely energy to have. It's a real kind of, whoa, okay, we're all going to the seaside. Brilliant. And then you get there and go, who brought some sandwiches? Nobody. Oh, well, we're going to go hungry. Because it was all the excitement, you know. So temper it with a bit of rationality as well. But I think this is the winning card, this 10 of Cups here. Just win, win, win. And the 2 aces are going to get you there. So I think that's it. Pisces, it's going to be a really good one. Have a great week. I will see you next week. Take care.